So, I don't know if you can just become great at art by drawing every single day. Well, I don't know because it hasn't happened to me yet. I've just started this art thing on YouTube and I want to give a crack at it, challenge myself to see how far I can go, to see if I can become the next Van Gogh. Well, that's where you're gonna follow me and see if I'm up to snuff. So basically, right now, what I'm trying to figure out is, can you become a great artist by drawing every day? Well, it depends. Are you just drawing for drawing's sake, or are you drawing deliberately with purpose? Those are two different things. Now, just drawing for drawing's sake, in order to learn and get better as an artist, you would have to use reference. You can't just draw and not use anything to draw from, because it's just like drawing space, You can draw a space really well, it's just that it doesn't look like anything. You're just putting down lines that don't resemble anything. You need to do it intentionally and deliberately. So, for example, if you want to get better at drawing faces, you have to look at faces, my bro. You have to use a picture or use a live instrument or person and just sit them down and look at their face over and over while putting down some lines that try to resemble a face. Okay? That's if you want to get better at faces. If you want to get better at anatomy, you gotta look at anatomy. Now, you see, my goal in all of this is to become a better artist and eventually maybe even open my own Patreon. I mean, that would be an awesome goal, to make a living from art. But for now, let's just get better first. So I want to get better at drawing humans. I want to get better at drawing cars. I want to get better at drawing backgrounds. So do you know what I'm going to draw? Humans, cars, and backgrounds. Now, with this, there's a bunch of reference images online that you could use to practice. I mostly get mine from Pinterest because, to be honest, Pinterest is underrated. It has so many good reference photos. And they're free for anyone to just use. Not commercially, of course, because then you could get sued. So I'm not going to sell any of my drawings based on these reference images. I'm just going to use them in my videos because guess what? I don't make money from this. So, chop chop. Yeah, so there are some great reference images on Pinterest that a lot of people fail to realize, and they need to use it more. All of these people here, they're just so good at what they do, and I just want to capture their brilliance. Now, something that I've always had a problem with are mostly hands. I don't like drawing hands, and I have a problem with backgrounds. Now, I've been trying to draw backgrounds, and I've mostly equated it to, I need to learn how to paint backgrounds, because putting down lines for backgrounds is a lot. When there's so many things in a background, putting down lines is a lot. I'd rather just paint the whole thing, but with less detail. But in this case, I'm mostly going to be working with lines to learn form. Yeah, that's one of the art fundamentals that I have yet to learn. Form. And I was advised that I should learn the fundamentals, which include form, composition, color theory. And as a beginner artist, that is a very important skill to learn. It can make the difference between someone who doesn't know anything and like a great artist. But here's the thing, I will learn the fundamentals, but I'm just not gonna go about it like other people do. I can't lie, the fundamentals, they are a tad boring. It's a lot of boxes, a lot of shapes, cylinders, and I was wondering if I could just learn the fundamentals through just different perspectives of people. Drawing from different perspectives, drawing from different angles, looking at everything up close and breaking everything down myself is mostly what I want to do. But I know that breaking stuff down is the corner block of just, simplifying everything so that it's easier to imagine, so that it's easier to create, so that it's easier to, produce something. But mostly I want to memorize how everything looks. And with that comes repetition. Repetition is the most important, well, one of the most important parts of becoming a good artist, and it's just drawing a lot, drawing a hell of a lot, drawing a ton. And you can expect me to be doing that a lot in this channel. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, you can become a good artist if you draw every day, but it has to be intentional. It can't just be willy-nilly. I mean, you'll get good at drawing a bunch of like random stuff if you only use reference from random stuff. I think the drawing should be focused on the things that you want to learn about the most. And for me, that's human beings, cars and backgrounds. But if I had to rank it, probably human beings first, because that's what we are, You want to be able to just create another one simply just with the palm of your hand without even pulling out a reference. But that takes years of concentrated work and deliberate practice. And that's exactly why that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to dabble in a little bit of everything, but it's mostly going to be concentrated on that factor. But definitely draw as much as you can, but not too much that you burn out. Burnout is a hell of a thing. It takes out some of the best of us, because we go into it thinking that by a couple months, maybe even a year, we'll be the best artists on the planet, when that is not the case. So maybe go into it with a low expectation, but don't beat yourself up too much if you don't think you improved that much, because you have improved. It's just, maybe it's not always seen by the naked eye. It's just going up a little by little by little. But yeah, just daily drawing can indeed teach art, and it builds skills through observation and repetition. And you get enhanced benefits like better memory alongside a self-taught success. However, limitations, plateaus, burnout, lack of guidance, that usually necessitates like deliberate practice for true mastery. All right, by integrating intention, feedback, and variety, as an artist, you can harness this daily drawing habit effectively. All right, ultimately, art learning thrives on passion and persistence. If you start drawing today, who knows where you might get later down in the future. It is obviously most likely the best thing that you could do as an aspiring artist, and that's why I'm doing it. It is too bad that I have a job or else I'd be drawing every day. I think I'll only be able to draw once a week, but it is what it is, I suppose. Definitely something that could be better, but what else? Yeah, that's it. Thanks.